Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Sorry, we got so caught up in the sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors. Huh, well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor, Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to our work, or your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done there. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Hahaha, yeah, it could be. Well, I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shira back in Roland. Now, that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Charizard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. We fucked a few times. It was magical. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yep, probably Dad. Please pardon me, the table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, want to go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. Oh, don't worry. I'll forget them. Just for you, Joshie. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates, then? Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner, dude. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres. The hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary.
Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and a fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks.
You've done your research. You know how I eat. It's insane. However, I'm a firm believer in when in liberal, do as the liberal ends policy. Liberal ends do. I am not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork.
My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion.
Hahaha, you flatter me. Call me later.
Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a lech, though.
Anyway, His Grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if a seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might the other one be for?
Princess...
Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for Princess Claudia.
Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for a long delay. Presenting His Grace the Duke. He's always late. It's his move, dude.
Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our Honorable Grand Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. Alright, so no princess. Instead, this guy. Great. Why is Amalthea here, then? You've got to be kidding me. We're having dinner with him? I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving. I know. But hey, delicious food, man. Just eat it. Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grancel Castle's Master Chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Antheros restaurant?
Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away.
You are not the first to say such things. And what have you, Zin? Wasn't it? Is the food to your liking?
Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young Braces, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before.
It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Probably shouldn't have said
that. Indeed, is this a genuine treat? Huh?
Certainly delicious food. And we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation.
Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion.
Yes, sir. Maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him?
Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content.
Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first.
Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement.
An announcement?
And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail.
Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon.
Oh, that's excellent news.
Could we possibly go and check in on her?
Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned.
Ah, well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us.
Right. If that were all, you could have just sent along a message.
Haha. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunan.
What?
Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance.
I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties, following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make.
How terrible! Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits.
Isn't it far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Credulity?
Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at his word?
No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion.
That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians.
Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we live. This is the world in which we are going to be living. Let me read that right. Makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator.
In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. But you thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct?
I'm glad to see that we have an understanding.
If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy.
Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens.
I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession?
Well,
no doubt you are referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne. But it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age, and I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young.
Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding can take place as soon as this year.
Oh my!
I understand. If that happens, then we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage.
Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zin?
I don't mind. Speak freely.
Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now?
That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Braces to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty.
Gotcha. I guess liberals, military, and bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say.
Haha, that is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions?
Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild. Then, I don't know. Is that really what you want? Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was! I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. That food was so amazing and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've got to be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. A bar, you say? The food was amazing, but the conversation and the flow of wine were much less so. So if you'll excuse me, I have some lost drinking time to make up for. Don't worry, I got just the place for you, bro. Also, things have gotten serious. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda, like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Fine by me. Fine by me. Don't bother my ass none.
Oh, it's you.
Uh-oh. What? Who is it? Oh, dickbag. Colonel Richard. Uh-oh. Hello.
Haha. Estelle... Hold on.
Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face-to-face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us.
I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me.
My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the Army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Ah, yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge outside? Inside. I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Pardon me, then. Ooh, she don't like us, though. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Well, I know where the lounge is at, but okay, I guess we're gonna do this first. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the headmaid later. Indeed. Not much choice right now. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command, and since that time I found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what did you think of him at that time? To put it simply, he was a hero, and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Any time I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been a part of the Royal Army, Liberal would now be a part of the Erebonian Empire. No way! That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about. Vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, all right. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. Maybe he just wanted to know if we knew where he was at? Is that what he was going for there? Maybe. Sneaky bastard. Okay, who was that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? Just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. And I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as it could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Shit, I'd be sick of waiting for me, too. Can I get a dinner drink, bro? Why does he ask me if I want something and he doesn't even let me actually get something? What a dick. Alright, can we get back to the Hilda now? We got a queen we need to talk to, god damn it. Hello.
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you?
Sorry about that. We kind of got caught by Colonel Richard.
Did you now?
He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though.
I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels.
Oh, do you know our dad, too?
He used to come here and bang my brains out when your mother was passed away. He needed somebody to turn to. He was so lonely. He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son.
Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father.
Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening.
Huh?
But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay.
Oh, hey, aren't you... Shay, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle and Joshua. I've been told of your current predicament.
You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle.
Princess Claudia? That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. Wait, what? The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean?
Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in.
Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh, me in a maid's outfit. Schmexy! I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Oh yeah? Do tell. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the Queen. You won't have to have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you?
Pardon?
I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. This is a very true statement. I was thinking the same thing. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. He is kind of gorgeous. Anyone?
I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess?
Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, looks like it's 3-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to change. Ah, got him. Nice. All right. If I have to change I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you?
Kids these days. And their makeup and whatnot and whoosy what's-its.
Nice.
Oh my!
Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well.
Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle, too. You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Gransdale Castle for real when this is all settled.
Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this? None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. Gorgeous Joshua the maid. He's shining.
Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks.
Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done.
Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself.
Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the queen in person. Yes, this is the do-or-die moment. You just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This is your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick up... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? Huh, I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they?
We're out of time. Let's get to the royal keep, damn it. You talk too much.
Awesome. Check out this squad, though. This squad is deep as fuck. Thought maybe we could see Hilda in the menu. That would have been funny. Alright. To the royal keep. Whee! Stairs are over here. Man, Hilda can run fast, can't she? Whee! Alright, we're in there. Hilda, what business do you have with the Majesty at this hour? Admit the Majesty right there.
I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all.
Such harsh words. Huh. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them.
His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today.
Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows. Huh? Why do we get the feeling we've met before? Crap.
Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove.
Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We would never do that. When you're looking.
All's well, then. Now, will you please allow us to pass?
Pardon us, ladies. Please go ahead. Damn right. Alright, we in there. Phew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done.
I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now.
I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now! Okay, fine, Josh. Ruin the illusion. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is?
Oh. Yes, it is Princess Claudia's room. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused.
Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then.
You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there.
Take me there, I wanna go there. Take me there, let's go there. Just take me to that great place of wonders and wishes. Take me there, I wanna go there. Take me there, let's go there. Just take me to that great place where the queen is at, yo.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish.
Is she gonna be older than Hilda? Do I have to do another old lady voice already? Anyway.
I'll wait for you here. You two go on in.
Right. Pardon us. How old is this lady gonna be? Oh. She's standing up. She must be doing just fine.
I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Oslish. Oslish. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberal.
Maybe I should give her more of a fucking proper inflection. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax.
I don't know what to do with this voice. It's just gonna be all over the place, I guess. This is the fucking queen, damn it. And we're screwing it up.
I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring us this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it.
The professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything?
I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so...
Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?
I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate.
Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?
No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned.
Wow. So it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gransel? So what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that?
Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath our city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record.
I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Did I say unlikely? It seems likely that trouble's on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's where us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off.
I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter.
You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty?
He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me.
Really? I didn't know that.
I imagine that there are many great things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told?
Well, nothing super detailed.
Perhaps then that is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. Alright. Y'all ready for a story? I'm going to read this in normal voice, because it's a story. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Haken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberal became occupied territory save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. The patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberals' checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply line severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea.
And he believed that the military operation and that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to stay with the lonely one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved.
Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle.
Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time.
But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberal in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for.
Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person, now more than ever.
Your Majesty.
However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter.
What? But Lieutenant Swords asked us to help you.
I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return.
But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it was held firm, or has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze.
Joshua,
if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberal, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through.
Estelle, it seems she was right about you.
Huh?
I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild.
Your Majesty! My liege, we will do whatever you ask.
My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia.
Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere.
Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne.
See, she backed the daughter, or the granddaughter. I knew it! Makes sense. In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running.
Yes. Though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me.
Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean toward the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here.
No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some.
Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume.
Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberal would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows.
I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So if liberal becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of housing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no.
Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all.
I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic, and so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed, simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die.
Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her.
Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands.
Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here.
I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it.
Okay. Interesting. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. Hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool? Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Uh-oh.
Estelle and Joshua, have you finished changing?
Oh, yeah.
Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight.
Whoa, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guard suspicious. Indeed. Let's GTFO before we get caught up in this bitch. Are we going to get out so easily, or is someone going to interject us right now? Let's find out. Oh, sorry. I had to burp real quick. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda?
Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy.
That's not fair. Well, please, relax. We are patriots to the core.
That's good to hear. Now, I believe we shall be on our way.
Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Lena, Shira, or Dorothy? I'm gonna go with Lena. My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is...
I think that's just about enough. I scheduled an ulterior motive at work.
No, I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home. Yeah, okay. You wanted to fuck those little kids. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to my face. It's okay, you'll never see us again. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. Huh? Oh, God. Is this the... Is this the Duke?
What's all that noise about?
It is the Duke. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is bad.
Oh, Duke Dunan.
Slay the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar.
These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time.
Uh-oh. No! No! Butler, no! Say nothing! Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us.
Now, Philip, enough with your staring. It's quite unusual to see you coming from you, stiff upper lip and all.
Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm terribly sorry for this discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself.
You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hairs of yours, even longer, and less clothing, and...
I'm honored.
Yes. Lena, was it not you too? You shall attend to me this evening.
What does that mean? Your Grace? Oh, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he once served.
Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service of Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten.
I know.
Sorry. I'm trying to do like the drunk version. I can't really do it very good.
I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then.
Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets into such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it.
But I said I was just joking.
Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Horny butt.
All right, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give.
Thank you very much.
Aren't you cute? Yes, good. Yes.
Butler boy, you better shut up. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease.
I should certainly hope so.
I am truly sorry. Madame and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave.
I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally?
Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves.
I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, he wants the boo tea, if you know what I'm saying.
Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea, and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company.
Huh?
Come closer.
Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear.
Now, do you understand?
Yes. Hopeless, completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we would have done.
Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you.
I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Aw, yeah. Aw, yeah. We got a job. Let's go sleep and then we'll go do it. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Oh, bet I know who that is. It's you. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you? Half an hour ago. Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. The maid quarters? Haha, I admire your honesty. So let's not waste time on games. I did in fact receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua. You been here the whole time? Oh, is this big boy? Yeah, there he is. Zin! Oh, is he drunk as fuck? He might be. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, sorry. And hey, ain't my favorite George's opposite lady. Nice. Some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. What's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just they were in the maids' quarters for a while, and I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I totally sent them out to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you just find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any that we could get, or if there's any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I guess I'll have to go without, or I'll have to go without, do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks than like the beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course. It is late. We should probably go and just get to bed. Haha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. And we never saw the maids again. Ah, denied. Oh well, might as well just get back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Yes, we will. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Huh, nice, huh? Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. Huh, you're an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Haha, sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it would be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, whoa, wait, what? How did you... Did Elnon tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? Haha, I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Vathic, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cash is bright. I was waiting for that. That was the real kicker. Of course he knows Dad. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal? Which means he's an Erebonian now. That'd be the long and short of it. The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along! That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor, from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gives me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd just said something about it all, at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right, if you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it's probably best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Stella and Joshua told him how they managed to speak with the Queen directly, and involved the Queen's request to save the Prince with Gunna. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone's talking at the party. All right then, I'll help you out with that little request. What, you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Hell yeah. We got a Zin on board. We're probably gonna have Olivier on board. And also, what is this? What is this place? I never would have imagined like something like this even existed. This is the thing way deep underground, isn't it? It is. Haha. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you would be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Oi. Monsters. Or some kind of machine soldiers that are defending this place, probably. Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be the Archaisms. Get out of my way. Got him. Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke. Haha, you were the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Haha. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir, we of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! And we sleep. And scene. And back to the Bracer Guild with us. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Booyah, booyah. And another 20k and 17 boops. And we're first class junior bracers. Gladiator belt, yo yo. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you till the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Haha, well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that, there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Whoa, I'm not even sure I want to think about what they could do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? Ah, one of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me that you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about it anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. Haha, you may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Huh, well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all bracers of Grancel, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, part of any of the as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be is the Herb Royal Villa. That's why nobody's allowed to go. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Laced Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yes, yeah. We should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are on hiding. If you could get them to contact me, it'd be greatly appreciated. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral, then? There are 4 other bracers in the city. Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright then, off we go. Holy moly, we have a list of things to do, and we're going to have to get working on them next time. But holy shit, what a course and series of events this has been. I haven't even been able to comment on any of it because I've been busy reading for like 4 hours. Holy shit. But man, a lot of things just went down. We learned a lot. Is there a new quest too? No new quests, unfortunately. But I guess we have enough other things listed to do right now that we don't need any actual side quests. Man. Conspiracies, conspiracies, conspiracies. I guess we'll just have to elaborate and learn more about and plan for the attack next time on Let's Play Tits. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. The race to the end continues. I'll see you guys then.
Peace!